The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Cyclones will put total leather to crank us up. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas Tech's offense will have the first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. Give to the running back. There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
They'll ride the hot hand. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. He's got him. At the 40, there he goes. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. And the Red Raiders are flying down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down. And now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Red Raiders will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Iowa State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a beast, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display.
Breaks into the open. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's got the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. The Cyclones moving quickly to the line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, it's Woodhead. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. They want to run it left here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The give to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. It's complete on the right side. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work.
Ready, fight. Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Parks it out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
That's one the running back would like to have back. He's a good enough player, and he's a complete enough running back to be able to make that play. That's why they like throwing him angle routes like that right there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Iowa State sending the offense back out. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They're going to run it to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Cyclones will hustle to the line.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
The play action fake. Caught behind the line. It's Canty. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Right down the middle. Picked off. They turn over on their own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd down.
Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Woodhead. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. And this one is perfect. That brings them to within 1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
29 Philly.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
From the gun. Give on the inside. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Red Raiders line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Getting set for the point after.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
That's caught. It's Wall. They almost got a first down here. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down. And the Cyclones are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down. Recovering the fumble. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return.
Holding. Receiving team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The give on the inside. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Not not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket.
He's going for the big play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. The 20. Pass the touchdown. Cyclones. This defense making a big play, putting it in the end zone.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
14, Iowa State.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Third down conversions, always a huge stat. And they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And on the third play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Banks. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Red Raiders will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the ground with the back. Hard running there. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now the play fake.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. still running at the 40. Turning it on.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged out of the air. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Wants to throw again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Walt. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Woodhead. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Cyclones will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time that was a great play call defensively.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones.
There he goes. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and goal.
42, spike.
They want to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Play number 11 on this drive. The defense has yielded ground, but they're trying to get a stop on 3rd and goal. Big guy smells it. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the 1st down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
The Red Raiders will try to convert on 4th down. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Fired in from the red zone for the score. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches.
Iowa State, 13.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, partner. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Thanks to grab. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking for a man. It's Woodhead. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. He's looking downfield to throw. Under fire. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt.
Number 18 in punt formation to kick it away.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far at Ames. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
And the Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
What the fuck? When did he run?
Iowa State sending the offense back out. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Cyclones want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Cyclones will line up to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Kicking team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Ready, break.
Looking to pass. It's Banks. Makes the grab down the middle. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it.
Ready?
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Line getting set on second down.
Get set.
Back to pass. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver.
Looking for a huge play. Catch inside the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And so a huge gain is negated by an illegal forward pass. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He'll do it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Cyclones in the hurry-up.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Quarterback on the keeper. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The inside handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Fires to the middle. It's complete. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Got a man, it's Montgomery. Breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. But because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That'll cut this lead down to 5. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Bowling Green is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Ball State. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Red Raiders just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Calls his own number. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Great job by the running back there with the vision and patience. He sees the hole, puts his foot in the ground. He's able to get north up the field with a great burst and get the first down.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Banks. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
Off play action. And the quick shuffle pass. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Cyclones want to move quickly. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. The Cyclones decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the returner will be brought down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Wants to throw, it's Banks. Bringing the heat. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
Got enough for the 1st down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. The give on the option.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now he's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Got his man on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Cyclones racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
The sure hands, it's Wall.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
It's complete to the left. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Wants to keep it in the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A lot of urgency for this offense.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Here comes the hurry-up. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contest.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Pound 55 weak.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the beatdown has ensued. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Using his legs, it's Wall. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Crosses the 30. That's the kind of play that really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Cyclones are rolling down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cyclones will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Canty. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. 8th play of the drive coming up. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They want that clock to run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't
Turning it on! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Yeah, and you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Please, you make